What would it look like if skyscrapers could adapt and evolve like living organisms? Picture this, a city skyline not of static structures, but of dynamic towers that breathe, grow, and respond to the world around them. Welcome to the intriguing world of the skyscrapers of tomorrow. These aren't just the tall buildings you see today, these are the giants of the future, the architectural marvels that will redefine our cities and challenge our conventional understanding of what a building can be. Skyscrapers have always been more than just buildings. They are symbols of human ambition, testaments to our ability to reach for the sky. They dominate our urban landscapes, reflecting our progress and our dreams in their shimmering glass and steel facades. But what if we could push those dreams even further? What if the skyscrapers of the future weren't just taller, but smarter, more sustainable, more interconnected? That's the tantalizing prospect we're looking at when we talk about the skyscrapers of tomorrow. Imagine a skyscraper that could produce its own energy, recycle its own waste, and even adapt its shape to the changing environment. A building that's not just a place to live or work, but a living, breathing entity in its own right, contributing positively to the city around it. This isn't just science fiction, it's the cutting edge of architectural thought. Forward-thinking architects and engineers are already working on concepts that push the boundaries of what we think a skyscraper can be. And it's not just about the buildings themselves. The skyscrapers of tomorrow will also reshape our cities and our societies. They will change how we live, how we work, and how we interact with the world around us. The skyscrapers of tomorrow are not just buildings. They are the future of urban living, a future where our cities are smarter, more sustainable, and more adaptable than ever before. The skyscrapers of tomorrow will challenge our understanding of architecture and urban living. They are set to transform our cities into dynamic, living organisms, forever changing the way we perceive and interact with the world around us. To understand where we are heading, we must first understand where we've been. And so, our journey into the vertical realm of skyscrapers begins. The dawn of skyscrapers wasn't marked by a sudden towering monolith, but rather a series of technological leaps and architectural innovations. It all began in the late 19th century, with the birth of steel-framed buildings. The home insurance building in Chicago, completed in 1885, is often cited as the first skyscraper. Why? Because it was the first building to use a structural steel frame, a revolutionary leap that allowed buildings to rise higher than ever before. But steel was just the beginning. Enter the safety elevator, an invention that literally lifted the potential of skyscrapers to new heights. The first passenger elevator was installed in the E.V. Hawkwood building in New York City in 1857. This technological marvel, coupled with steel, transformed the urban landscape, making it possible to build higher, faster, and safer. The 20th century brought with it further advancements. Reinforced concrete, a stronger and more flexible building material, became widely used. And as we moved into the mid-20th century, curtain wall systems of glass and steel began to envelop skyscrapers, creating the iconic glass towers that define our cityscapes today. Our journey now leads us to the modern era, where the pursuit of height is no longer the only driving force. Today's skyscrapers are not merely tall structures, they are complex ecosystems, integrating sustainable design, advanced materials, and digital technology. They are designed to be resilient, energy efficient, and adaptable, reflecting the evolving needs of our society. Through the lens of history, we can see how each technological leap and architectural innovation has shaped the skyscrapers we know today. From steel frames to elevators, from reinforced concrete to curtain walls, each advancement has allowed us to push the boundaries of what's possible. These developments paved the way for the skyscrapers we know today, but what does the future hold? As we look to the horizon, we can't help but wonder what the skyscrapers of tomorrow will look like. Will they be taller, smarter, more sustainable? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the sky's the limit. The skyscrapers of today are far from static structures. They're dynamic, constantly evolving entities, a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of architects and engineers. But how did we get here? Let's take a moment to trace the evolution of these towering giants. In the late 19th century, the advent of steel frame construction allowed buildings to reach new heights. Skyscrapers like Chicago's home insurance building, often considered the first of its kind, stood a then impressive 10 stories tall. The steel skeleton gave birth to the skyscraper era, but this was just the beginning. As we moved into the 20th century, architects began to experiment with form, breaking away from the traditional boxy designs. The result? Iconic structures like the Chrysler Building and the Empire State Building, their Art Deco designs adding a touch of glamour to the New York skyline. Then came the post-war period, a time of unprecedented economic growth and technological advancement. Skyscrapers grew taller and sleeker, their glass exteriors reflecting the sky, blending the built and natural environments. This was also when we saw the introduction of energy-saving features, like double-skin facades and natural ventilation systems. In recent decades, the quest for sustainability and efficiency has become a driving force in skyscraper design. Architects are now harnessing the power of renewable energy, incorporating solar panels and wind turbines into their designs. Some skyscrapers even feature vertical gardens, bringing a touch of greenery to the concrete jungle. But it's not just about sustainability. Today's skyscrapers are also about creating a better living and working environment. Think of the open floor plans, communal spaces, and panoramic views. It's all about improving the quality of life for the people who inhabit these spaces. And let's not forget about technology. From smart elevators to automated lighting and heating systems, technology is changing the way we experience skyscrapers. As we move forward, these trends will continue to evolve and shape the skyscrapers of the future. With every new design, we're pushing the boundaries of what's possible, creating structures that are not only taller but also smarter, greener, and more human-centric. The skyscraper is more than just a building. It's a symbol of human ambition and progress, a testament to our ability to dream big and reach for the sky. Imagine a skyscraper that can adapt to its environment, that can change shape and function as needed. In the near future, the architectural landscape of our cities may look significantly different from what we're familiar with today. The skyscrapers of tomorrow will be more than just steel and glass monoliths reaching for the sky. They'll be adaptive, flexible structures, capable of transforming in response to environmental conditions and human needs. One concept that is gaining momentum is that of transformable architecture. Picture skyscrapers with movable parts, able to alter their shapes based on weather, light conditions, or the needs of their inhabitants. A building could twist to maximize sunlight in winter, or contract to provide shade in summer. This isn't just a dream but a very real possibility, with advances in materials science and engineering paving the way. But the innovation doesn't stop there. The future of skyscrapers isn't just about adaptability, it's about sustainability too. We're talking about self-sustaining skyscrapers, buildings that generate their own power, recycle waste, and maybe even grow food. Imagine a skyscraper equipped with wind turbines, solar panels, and rainwater harvesting systems. Not only would these buildings be self-sufficient, but they'd also contribute to the health of our cities and our planet. And then there's the concept of vertical cities. As urban populations continue to grow, finding space becomes an increasing challenge. The solution? Build up, not out. Vertical cities are essentially skyscrapers designed to house entire communities, with residential, commercial, and recreational spaces all in one building. They could even include urban farms, parks, and schools. A vertical city would reduce the need for transportation, saving energy and reducing pollution. Of course, these developments present their own set of challenges. How do we ensure the safety and comfort of inhabitants in a constantly transforming building? How do we balance the need for privacy with the communal living of a vertical city? And how do we ensure that these ambitious projects are economically viable? These are just a few of the questions architects and urban planners of the future will grapple with. But despite these challenges, the potential rewards are enormous. We're talking about a revolution in the way we design and inhabit our cities, a shift towards a more sustainable, efficient, and inclusive urban environment. The skyscrapers of tomorrow will be more than just buildings. They will be ecosystems, they will be communities, they will be cities unto themselves. The skyscrapers of tomorrow will not just be buildings, they will be living, breathing entities constantly adapting to the needs of their inhabitants and the world around them. The skyscrapers of tomorrow will redefine our cities and our lives. As we journey into the future, we find ourselves on the cusp of a new era in skyscraper design. These towering structures, once symbols of economic prosperity and human ingenuity, are now becoming the flag bearers of sustainable living, urban biodiversity, and social responsibility. Picture this: skyscrapers that are not just buildings, but vertical ecosystems, teeming with life. Imagine a structure that not only houses thousands of people, but also serves as a sanctuary for local flora and fauna. This is not a figment of imagination, but a tangible reality we are moving towards. The impact of such future skyscrapers on our urban landscapes is profound. They have the potential to transform our concrete jungles into thriving, green, and vibrant habitats. They could drastically reduce the pressure on our natural resources and help combat the escalating threat of climate change. But the influence of these future skyscrapers extends beyond the environment. They are set to play a pivotal role in shaping our society. By incorporating shared, communal spaces, they foster a sense of community among residents. They can also serve as hubs for commercial, cultural, and social activities, making our cities more dynamic and inclusive. However, these developments are not without their challenges. The construction of such towering structures requires careful planning and execution. There are issues of safety, cost, and the need for advanced technology. Furthermore, there's the question of whether these skyscrapers can truly be sustainable in the long run. Can they balance the needs of the environment, the people, and the economy? But despite these challenges, the potential benefits of these future skyscrapers are too significant to ignore. They represent a new paradigm in architecture, one that seeks to harmonize our built environment with the natural world and to create spaces that are not just habitable, but truly livable. The future of skyscrapers is not just about architecture. It's about creating a sustainable, efficient, and adaptable future for all of us. The skyscrapers of tomorrow will challenge us, inspire us, and change the way we live. As we've ventured through the history and evolution of skyscrapers, it's clear that these towering structures are more than just buildings. They're symbols of human ingenuity, testaments to our ability to innovate and adapt. From their humble beginnings to the awe-inspiring designs of tomorrow, skyscrapers encapsulate the essence of architectural evolution. The future of skyscrapers promises not only to reshape our cities but also our lifestyles. With the inclusion of green spaces, sustainable materials, and advanced technology, these structures will redefine the boundaries of architectural design. It's an exciting era of change and innovation that we are stepping into, a new chapter in the story of architecture. As we embrace this change, let's remember to keep our eyes to the sky, marveling at the wonders of human creativity. Stay tuned to our channel for more insights into the future of architecture. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Until next time, keep looking up.